Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Saturday. Grab a drink, grab a snack. I'm using probably all of these stamp sets today. I am going to be making an epic Father's Day card. So, buckle up. This is going to have a lot of techniques. There's going to be a lot of crafting, okay? And just hopefully a whole lot of fun. That's what I hope. So, I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to join, and I'm going to get straight into those comments because it's going to be a long live and I don't want to get behind. So, let me just jump straight in with you guys. Hi, Norma. Good morning. Hey, Maddie. Hi, Sala. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Zane. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, I've got to get started. So basically, I have been thinking, what kind of like card would I make for my husband for Father's Day this year? Um, and I kept kind of coming up with nothing, and then all of a sudden I came up with everything. And basically, I just started writing down all the things that me and the kids would be grateful for from him. And I'm going to make him a card for each thing, and I have 12 items. So I've already pulled most of the things, I think. And I am thinking about kind of doing this. My idea is with Kendra's Card Challenge 18 because the sketch is already figured out and I won't have to like think about the alignment of things too much, but we'll see how that goes. And the great thing about Kendra's Card Challenge is that there's 15 sketches in just one challenge, right? So it won't be a problem. There's already all the designs I need to make 12 cards. All right. So let's jump right into this. This is going to take a minute. All right. So here are some of the stamp sets I've got. I'm just digging through my stash. I've got this great one. I like this. It's The Love of Family That Makes a Home. I don't know if I'll use this one, but I liked it when I was grabbing things, so I grabbed it. This is a just in case. I've never used this and I want to. So I might use a little toilet humor. Never hurt anybody on Father's Day. I've got this one that is like definitions, and I got thankful and love. I've got this thank you because there's a lot of good ones in here. I like this thank you for being there for me, and I think that fits the believing in me, which is number 6. I got another thank you. I've got this one. It just has some different words that I thought I might want. I've got a dad's one from MFT. It's called Masculine Graphic Tee. It's really old. Dad, bro, son, proud to be awesome, world's greatest. I am your father. I've got this one that came from Simon Says Stamp last month. I thought it had some things we might use. I needed a bug set, so I got this one out. And so I needed fruit. And guess what? June was the strawberry moon. You know, yesterday I was talking about how each month there seems to be a name for the full moon. And I looked it up, and it was a strawberry moon. And one of the first things on our list is late night fruit. I'm going to tell y'all about him as I make these things, and you'll know why I need that. We got popcorn and ice cream. I needed that. Kind of, world's greatest. I thought these two might come into play. Tuck-ins. Music. And then this is one that I picked up recently, and I don't know that I'll actually use this one. This one probably not. It was just kind of already on my desk. So I don't have a plan for this one. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to make some things. All right, so late night fruit. Oh, Daddy Claus. He is Daddy Claus. Okay, so let's just get started with the fruit. All right, let's make some things. Let's make some cards. Okay, now I need to house these cards. I'm thinking of making like an accordion pockets for all these cards. And I think I'm going to make these like postcards and not necessarily greeting cards. So let's get into it. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm going to put all these goodies off to the side. Okay, my husband has been making fruit for me since I was pregnant with our son every night. So for over 16 years, this man has been making fruit for us. Every night he makes everybody a bowl of their favorite fruit. So the first thing we're thankful for my husband, for the kid's dad, is late night fruit. And I thought this was perfect so I could make my strawberry moon card, you know, double whammy, 2 things, 1 stone. So that's where we're going first. Let me say hi to more people because I said I'm not going to get behind. I'm not going to get behind. Yeah, I know. And we all laugh hysterically. Hey, Angie. Hi, Flo. How's it going? Good to see you. Maddie, did I say hi to you? I want to make sure I say hi to you as well. That's a wild variety. I know, Sala, right? You saw that yesterday, Angie? Yeah, so like strawberries are harvested, I guess, traditionally in June. So the June full moon is always the strawberry moon, which is going to be perfect for our situation. Okay, let me get, I think we're just going to use index cards for our postcard backgrounds. If I can find them, there they are. They're just a little buried. So 4 by 6. Here they come. 4 by 6. These are from the Dollar Tree index cards. They make a great base. And so we're going to need like 12 of these. Three, 6. 9, 12. We'll see. But I think those are going to be our bases for these cards. Oh boy, I'm making a mess that y'all can't see. Haha. Okay, so late night fruit. Let's pick a sketch. I think we will go with this one right here. This is sketch number 8. All right, let's do this. Hey, Missy. So this is going to be like a whole bunch of different probably techniques and things, you know, just depending on what we need to do. All right, looky there. I already have some colored up strawberries. This set has a die. See, I just love having things in my stamp sets. If I put these strawberries anywhere else other than their original stamp set, I wouldn't be able to find them right now. But because I put things back with my stamp sets, when I think of that stamp set and, you know, like I want to use it in a project or something, it's there for me. I'm going to throw this one out. Okay. So that's a win. You're going to go thrifting this morning, Kat. Awesome. Oh, gosh. I'm sure my mom wants to go thrifting. I have to work kind of like all day once this live is over. So no fun for me until tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to the coast and we're going to my husband's favorite restaurant on Kima Island. I know, island makes it sound exotic. It is not, but it is a great restaurant. And they have a cute boardwalk. And NASA's right there. Houston, we have a problem, NASA? That one. Yep. Okay. So, and it's going to be fun because my husband's parents are coming with us. And he's been wanting to take his dad to this restaurant too, because he feels like he'll really like it. So it's going to be a whole family road trip. Hey, Beth. Hi, Bertha. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, I was looking at your card today. My mom says, oh, I just saw your message. I was trying to get a hold of her before the live. Okay, that's done. I love this little die cutting machine, you guys. It's awesome. Okay. I need some, blueberries are my daughter's favorite. Apples are my son's favorite. I mean, even last night, it was date night. We went and saw The Phoenician Scheme, the new Wes Anderson movie. He still came home. I mean, we got home at like 9:30, which for me is late because, you know, I wake up early. And he still made fruit for everyone. Even if we go on vacation, I have to make sure to take fruit with us. Because even if we're like, you know, in a hotel or away from home, the late night fruit still happens. Okay. So that goes with that. Oh boy. All right, we got a couple of strawberries already. Let's stamp out this blueberry and get it cut. I have had a very productive morning already, you guys. I have clearing my throat so I can toot my own horn. Cleaned off one of my desks in here, put things away where they actually go. I cut 100 card bases for myself. Toot toot. I did it. Very productive morning. Cordelia, I walk with a cane all the time now, Angie. All part of my aging plan. Well, Cordelia, I bet you make it look fabulous. You should bedazzle it. Okay. Let's get this done. You guys, so I made the list for this card, right? I sat down with my fancy little Post-it note and I made my list of all the things. And then Sparkle Heart woke up and I was like, can you come check this list? Am I missing anything? And when she read number 5, it was funny. Number 5 is putting up with mom. He should get a gold medal for that. Probably a purple heart. He's a brave one. And then she told me a story about yesterday. And he had taken our son to hang out with a friend. I was sleeping at the time. I had to clock out and take a nap yesterday, y'all, because, you know, I got up at 2:30 in the morning. And I needed to get a whole lot done, so I had to clock out and rest. Anyways, So when they dropped off my son, it turns out I'm really good friends with the mom, and then our sons are super close. And I guess she told him a wild story about their dog. And when they were driving off, he said, "Oh, mom and all her crazy friends." So when she saw Putting Up with Mom was on there, she's like, "I'm glad you put that on there." Oh my goodness. And little does he know how many crazy friends I have on the internet. I like to have a good time, okay? I don't know what else to say. I told her, I said, they may seem crazy. I just like authentic people. I like people who are authentic and genuine. And sometimes that can come off maybe a little crazy. All right. We can't spend a ton of time on any one of these cards because, you know, I want to make 12 of them. But let's color up. I'm going to use, uh-oh, I used the wrong ink for this. Oh, well. I guess we'll just give it a go. I'll try to keep the water away from the ink. And maybe I'll use alcohol markers on that one. Okay. I filled up my glue bottles this morning, y'all. I was like, okay, girl's gonna need some glue. Filled up my water bottle. I grabbed all those stamps out of my stash. Aren't y'all proud of my preparedness today? I mean, I am. Again, let me clear my throat so I can give myself some accolades here. All right. What are y'all doing for Father's Day for your peeps? Okay, that'll work. I didn't get it in the ink too much, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep going with these Tim Holtz watercolor pencils is what I'm using. I do need to take my kids to the store in case they want to get something for their dad. Let them go pick something out. Not Father's Day until September in Australia. Oh, nice. You've got lots of time, Michelle. I figured that was pretty international. Shows what I know. Hey, Jamie Watts. Your husband has to work, so you went out last night for supper. Ooh, a personalized Yeti. See, I like gifts like that, Cordelia. You should have bought him a toaster. But I like gifts like that because they're practical and he can use it. I bought my husband a sunscreen for his windshield and gave it to him yesterday. Very romantic, very, very Father's Day. No, he needs one. And he has leather seats and he needs to protect them from that Texas sun. So I was going to give him like a year's worth of car washes too. And that's why I bought him that. He likes to take his car to the car wash. Okay. But really, we're trying to do more of like gifting each other experiences than things. But you know, he can experience the car wash all year long. Taking your husband to eat. Nice, Jennifer. Okay, so we've got fruit. Let's get ourselves a moon. Hello, moon. Which moon should we use? Let's do this sleepy guy. I got to see the moon, even though the full moon this week, even though I was traveling and I was in the city, I still got to see the moon rise, which was really nice. Your toaster isn't that old. Yeah, right. Get him a blender. Oh boy, I've already gotten something on this card. Oh well, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I gave my team dumpster fires. These little crocheted dumpster fires. They are so cute. So I always like to take them something each year, and usually something for their desk. And this year, everyone got a crocheted dumpster fire. They were adorable. Okay, so this is a twofer today. This is going to be my strawberry moon card. Last month, what kind of, I don't even remember. We made a moon card. I can't remember what moon it was, but it was fun and I liked it. I'll have to keep a running list. Okay, we've got our moon. Okay, and then we need to make like, this is actually watercolor paper. We need to make a night scene for the back of this card. We're going to have the moon in there. We're going to have the fruit around it. Okay. I have to move it down, put this one up here. Something like this. All right. All right. Something to that effect. Let's make the background. So move that up. Y'all, this, oh, that's right, Angie. Thanks for reminding me. It was the flower moon. Yep. That's right. Yeah, that was fun. That was pretty. I'm going to make this background the full size. So this is going to be 4 by 6. And I'll show y'all how I make like a galaxy kind of background. Even though really it doesn't need to be galaxy, but hey. Oh my goodness, I have to write down an idea. Hold on. I thought about it yesterday when I was at work and it almost escaped me until right in this moment. I almost lost it forever. Okay, let me find, oh shoot, I just got to write it on here. We'll have to do it another time, okay. I'm not going to show it to you. It'll spoil the surprise. This is suspenseful. Okay. Okay. Hopefully that's enough of a note that I'll remember what I was talking about. Sometimes I get a little too cryptic with myself, but hopefully that'll work. Okay, back to our regular scheduled program. Secrets? I know. Cruel and unusual punishment around here. Okay, I'm just gonna do really rough, not pretty ink blending here of different colors. I think we'll just maybe do a little purple. We're not gonna do green, we're not gonna do yellow, we're not gonna do all the colors. We're just gonna do these 3 colors: purple, pink, and blue. Okay. Most of the edges aren't gonna have anything but black, so don't need to worry too much about the edges. All right. Should really get a matte out. Oh, guess what? Let's use this. This is the waffle flower matte. Yeah, I've never used it. Let's see how we like it. How I like it. You might already love it. I don't know. I'm gonna see how I like it. All right. Need black ink. I know I have black soot. It is Distress ink. Distress ink and Distress oxide ink. Don't use the same brushes. Use different brushes for those 2 inks. Because they're 2 different like chemical makeups, you know? It's 2 different things. Okay, and then we're gonna go in here. We're gonna ink blend. Yeah, it's holding it down all right. No hands. Look, Mom, no hands. Yeah, it's holding it down pretty good. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring in, kind of go over everything. Toby, have you looked at the July card kit yet? I'm down for it, Jennifer. I saw it this morning. I'm excited about it. And I have to say, you know, I got some different responses and mixed responses from my initial reaction to that other kit. And I just had to say, that's just like first impressions. And I tried to say, like, I might end up loving this, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here. And I was, but like, you know, I'm only human. I get to have initial responses and reactions to things, right? I just probably shouldn't do first impressions on my channel because of my filter and lack of. And I get that. And most people are used to content creators kind of, you know, and I should use a filter probably on my mouth more often. I'm not saying I'm right about any of it, but it was just my initial reaction. And I did end up liking it. Okay, so here is our background, which I will glue to that index card. Okay. All right, we need, but yes, I am really excited about this kit coming up. Okay, I'm still gonna follow the Kendra's card challenge here. Even though, okay, so I need a strip. I need a strip. That's all I need. I don't need that. Okay. So let me think about this. Think. In the meantime, I'll glue. Oh, thanks, Angie. But I should be nice. You know, like I own my own business now. I would be sad if people were like probably unfiltered, you know, but everybody deserves their opinion. And I get that. But there is like a bit of responsibility when you're dealing with the public, and I get that too. It's like we can be honest without being brutal, and I never try to do that. I just shouldn't do first impressions. That's all. I have no other way than to be honest with you guys about certain things. And I appreciate that you appreciate that. But, you know, one of the comments, she was like, why didn't you just skip if your first impression was to not like it, then why didn't you just skip it? And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could. Thank you. You know, so I learned something from it too. I didn't know you could skip. So next time, if, you know, that's why I've actually seen it this time, Angie, because I was like, oh, I can skip? Yeah, so if something comes up that I'm not into and I catch it early enough, I can skip the kit. And I like that. Because, you know, they have to cater to just, you know, everybody in the world. Well, we all like different things. So that was really cool. Okay. We have got this and this. I need to pick a paper. I'm glad you brought that up, Angie, because that gave me an opportunity to clear the air, the hot air in my mouth. Okay. Always a lot of hot air. All right. Let's put this in here and this down here. Yes, yes. Okay, and then we need a strip of paper back here. I'm thinking of just scraps. This kind of maroon red's really popping at me, and that looks kind of like a strawberry red. Let's use that, and let's emboss it. Yes, baby. Let's use this new embossing folder. Suddenly, I'm going to be embossing everything, which if you didn't know, when I started card making, embossing folders I was like, you can do what? It wasn't embossing powders like it is for a lot of people. For me, it was actually embossing folders that felt just wholly magical to me. Okay, let's trim this down. This paper fades. Huh, interesting. See how it's faded there? Don't mind the roughness. That's unnecessary roughness from my paper trimmer, but it'll be fine. Hey, Diane. Hey, Miss Paula Rice. You're a few minutes late to the party. We are making 12 cards, Miss Paula. So this is card 1. You're doing just fine. They're all going to be like postcards, not postcard size, because I also am going to make a folder to put them in. These are all one Father's Day card. So, all right, let's put this down here. Let's pick up the glue properly. How was craft roulette? Wait, 12 cards. Yeah, Sala. But don't worry, like none of them are going to take, like we're already almost done with card 1. We're just at the glue it down stage. So, you know, we might be here 3 hours, but I don't know. I'll try to be reasonable. Be reasonable, Bitty Penny. Okay, so card number 1 is for all, thanks Dad for all the late night fruit. I had a picture of my dad. I have a picture of my dad. He's passed. He passed in 2018, but on my desk, I always keep him close by. And it was sweet to see his face this morning as I was gathering things for a Father's Day card and for my hubby. I got to see my dad's face. That was sweet. well, it's too late now, but this is not coming together the way I had laid it out twice before. But this will be okay. This will be just fine. Okay. And I might pop the moon up. I remember the first Father's Day after my father passed. It was a difficult day for me. I was a big daddy's girl. To the core. He wasn't perfect. He had flaws, but he was my dad. And I just loved him. All right. We're all flawed in some way, aren't we? I've got more than I can count. I've got more flaws than I can even account for, you guys. Okay. John Pounds. If you cut a 12 by 12 to 4.5 by 12. Oh, that's cool. I'd have to actually follow your directions and do it to know, but that sounds cool. I'm going to make, I think, an accordion pocket holder for these cards. I figured we'd do that at the end. Okay, so this is the late night fruit. I'll put like probably the thanks and the different things on these a little later, but we've got this one. Number 1 is done. Late night fruit. Check. I love checking things off. I like to make lists. I'm a lister and check things off. Next, we have killing all the bugs. My husband is the critter slayer in this house. So let's make him a buggy card. Now let's pick a sketch. So that was sketch 8, not exact, just an inspiration. So I don't have to think about it. Where is the bug slayer sketch? Let's figure. Ooh, it might be kind of cool to make it look like the bugs are all crawling under something. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. One more index note card. So these are the Dollar Tree special 4x6 index cards. You get 125, so they're a penny each. And they make a great just like substrate foundation kind of thing. All right. So this is the entomology stamp set from Mr. Holtz. And we are going to put a bug slayer card together. Let's do this thing. All right. Clean off my desk as I go. I think I might do this random scrap of tea-dyed paper over here. I think I might make that my base that I stamp on. My husband likes vintage. The flower the cow ate yesterday. Okay. I missed what that is referring to, but okay. 4x6. Here, we'll cut this one down to 4x6 too. Who knows? Who may want it? You don't have to use a base, but I'm just making them like a postcard, and I want to use a base. I like using a base. So it's all about the base for me, but you don't have to. You do you, boo. All right. let's stamp out some buggies. Let's get some gnarly ones. And we're going to put them, like they're all, we need the creepy crawlies. Where's the spiders? Oh, I guess spiders aren't right. Okay. Let's get some ants. The ladybug is too cute. Here's the thing. He also takes care of flying things too. He's been running from wasp lately. Okay. He also takes care of the snakes. I bought him snake boots for Father's Day one year. So that when he has to kill a snake, because they're all poisonous, because I live in Texas, that he has these snake boots on. Makes me feel better about the situation if he goes out to slay the snakes with his boots on. And if that's not Texas, well, I just don't know what is. No spiders, please. So, oh, Vicky, he hates spiders. Of all the things. I don't think he likes scorpions much either. But spiders, I think, oh, whoops, I forgot. I re-inked this. It's juicy. But of all the things, spiders are his least favorite. I was grooming the dog last weekend because why not do that before when you have a million other things you need to do? But whatevs. And the spider like crawled, I guess, down from like the gutter, and it was a gnarly one that looked like it has pinchers on it. Again, Texas. You know, spiders don't need pinchers unless they live in Texas, and then they might as well have them. And I was like, kill that thing, please. Like, I was holding the dog and shaving her, and yeah, he had to kill the pinchy spider. Normally, look, we don't kill everything. We don't even, well, we capture what we can and just get it back outside. But if it's a poisonous snake in our yard, well, it's come too close. But they still get away sometimes. Like the 6-foot rattlesnake got away. You know how many babies, how many eggs a snake lays every year? Let's not think about it. Those are my least favorite. So I can handle, I've been stung by a scorpion already. I can handle spiders. Wasps aren't my favorite, but I just ignore them. I act like they don't exist for the most part. Snakes. Snakes weird me out. I've got a great story for y'all. One of my roommates in college, I always had dudes for roommates, probably because I grew up with brothers. For the most part, I always had dudes for roommates. Anyway, so one of them, Richie, played the saxophone. And there was a big jazz festival in Fort Worth. And Buddy Guy came, Jimi Hendrix drummer. And Richie got to accompany him at the concert. And then he was like, you guys should come back and party with us. I was not ready, okay? I was just a young girl who had no idea what a party would look like if it was Buddy Guy and his friends. So me and Richie against any better judgment, went to this party, which ended up being inside of a biker gang bar that had no windows. I knew when we pulled up, this might not be a good idea. Oh, Norma, you're terrified of snakes too. We have so much in common. So we pull up to this place, and my dad has always taught me to follow my instincts, right? So we pull up and I go, I don't know about this. And Richie's like, we got to at least just go in. And I'm like, okay, but if I have to leave, then we have to leave. And he was like, okay, sounds good. So we go into this windowless bar that has probably 150 motorcycles out front. The place isn't even that big. And it was wild in there. There were snakes everywhere, like just crawling on things, y'all. There were, like, kicks up my anxiety just thinking about it. There were snakes everywhere. People were like almost fornicating, like in the public. Can you hear how disturbing? Oh my gosh. I think I was in there 5 minutes. A snake crawled across my foot and I was like, nope, I have to go. I don't care who this guy is or who he knew or anything. I'm out of here. And I went and sat in the car and waited for my friend to come out. I was not having it. And that's my buddy Guy's story. Nope. I don't care who you are. I wouldn't hang out with King Charles if it was like that. I don't care who you are. I am not coming to your snake party. No, thank you. All right. My husband likes blue flowers, so let's see if we can find some in this paper pad. Moving on from that story. Ooh, I like this paper. That's pretty. Let's see. Should we do a medium print, a small print? Yeah. Let's do this one. I just really like it. Buddy Guy. Ooh, isn't that pretty, y'all? $1.62. Yes, please. I'll take 2. It's called Meadow Grace. It was from Hobby Lobby when they had a clearance recently. And I did buy 2. I certainly did. Okay, it's not exactly a blue flower. It's a purple flower, but it'll work. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn it around. Trim it off. So, oh, it was awful, Jennifer. I was sure. Oh, I didn't even mention the illegal activities. There were substances everywhere. That was not, no. Nope. No. Just no. Nobody in their right minds needed to be there, especially a young, pretty girl like me. Nope. You know, the good thing is I had enough sense to get out of there. I don't know. I guess that's the good thing. Okay. So thanks, Dad, for being the bug slayer that you are. I think maybe we'll use a glue stick for this. My father's job when I was little was to catch and milk the snakes for their venom. Oh, wow. To make anti-venom. God bless them, Diane. We need people like that. You know, there's a lot of people who can do a lot of things that I can't do, like nurses. I can't stand the sight of fake blood or real blood. I don't like anything gory. Can't. Like, I did not miss a calling there. But thank goodness there's people that it doesn't bother. I'm too sensitive. I couldn't be a first responder. I couldn't see all that daily tragedy in my life and process that. I'm too sensitive. Thank goodness there's people who can do that. If you asked me to milk a snake, I might slap you. I couldn't do that. But your dad could. That is awesome. We need that in our world. We need all the different people who have all the different things, all the gifts to give. Okay, we've got, thanks for being a bug slayer. Thanks, Dad. All right. I do think I'll put a sentiment on this. Hi, Anne. A biker party exactly like that except for snakes. What? Yeah, I don't know if I was any safer in the car all by myself. I just had the doors locked. It was nighttime. So I just locked the doors, and I think I have a pretty good, I don't even know if I had a cell phone back then. Like, I think that was before the days of like having a cell phone on you. So I'm pretty sure I just locked the doors. I leaned back the seat so I couldn't like surf on my cell phone and wait for my roommate to come out. I think I just went to sleep. That's how I remember it, as I just was like, well, he'll be coming around, you know, coming out here sometime. I think I just went to sleep. Okay, this one needs a sentiment. Funny enough, there's not very many stamp sets that like say thanks for being a bug slayer, but we could put you rock on it. World's greatest bug killer. Hi, Kim. So, Miss Paula, can you tell me? I haven't gotten to see. I always watch Craft Roulette. You know, on replay because I miss it a lot of the times. How was it last night? What were the parameters? I mean, I know it was fun. It's always fun. Okay, so I think we're going to put World's Greatest right here. Will it fit right? Ooh, almost. Print your own sentiments. That's what I need to do, Kim. With a lot of these on the backs, I'll have to, yeah, some of them are dirty. Whatever. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to print some of my own sentiments. The thing is I want the kids to be able to write on the backs of these too. But yeah, I'm going to have some. We're going to do World's Greatest, and I'm going to write in Bug Slayer. And then I think we'll use that lightning bolt. I love a lightning bolt. Elvis Presley with his lightning bolts. He used to give everyone a lightning bolt, taking care of business. That's right, TCB. Matchbook card. Oh, matchbook card. Oh, that's why John was talking about a matchbook card. Matchbook card, park colors, keys for an element, and curved and straight for random. Oh, how fun. Who was on, Paula? the cliff notes for craft roulette. Oh, taking care of bugs, y'all. TCB, taking care of business. We could put TCB, taking care of bugs. I mean, you have to be a Elvis fan to get it, but I literally one year, because I was saying earlier, I always like to give my team. I used to have I had a team half the size of my current team now. One year I had custom t-shirts made for them with a lightning bolt and a TCB on it, taking care of business, because that's what our team does. So he'll know. World's greatest bug slayer. And then we'll put the lightning bolt. TCB, taking care of bugs. Oh, that's a good idea, Kim. She says she has spreadsheets full of sentiments that she likes to use. That's a great idea. Okay, what if we put the lightning bolt right there? Put this right here. I'm going to put the lightning bolt a little higher. All right. Now I need to write bug slayer on there. Find a micron pen with a small tip. I think this is 2. This should work. Can't get this card at Hallmark. But hey, Hallmark's still okay. Where's the lid? There it is. Biddy, you should put the red drop of blood. They're flattened. They're just flattened. You guys, speaking of bugs, I was out on the porch this morning. I had time to kill before coming on here with you guys because I wake up so early. And I was just standing there admiring my plants. My zucchinis are blooming. They're so full of blooms right now. And I was just looking at them and turning off the water hose. I forgot to turn off yesterday. I mean, it wasn't on, but like the pressure on it was on. But it was off. Anyways. And this roly-poly came up, like came from across the way to come up and check me out. And I was like, you are brave, you little critter. I love roly-polies. I'm like, you're so brave. You just like come up to a giant and poke around and check them out. All right, world's greatest bug slayer. And on the back, oh gosh, I'll probably have to cover that. But anyways, I'll put like TCB, taking care of bugs. Okay, 2 is done. Movies next. Moving on to the movies. I use search feature in the craft roulette gallery to find Bitty Penny cards, and a lot of others came up too since we mentioned using Bitty Penny paper. Oh, what was the paper color? In the park, right? Yeah. Well, most of my paper definitely has all the colors. Okay. Next. We may end up using that more. Okay, let me get the movie one out that I was thinking of. Well, I have this popcorn here. This is Tim Holtz Treats Blueprint. We're also going to need the ice cream for later. All right. And then I have things like this roll of stuff. Washi tape. All right. Let's find a sketch. Oh, we could do like number 1. And I could put film strip there. It's a little wide, but I think it can work. And then we'll make the popcorn the focal point. Okay. Our cherry tree is full of blossoms right now. Oh, that is so nice. Isn't it lovely to just be able to go outside and admire your plants? I like to do that. I like to just step outside, take in a little bit of the morning, look around, see the bunnies, see the plants. Okay. We're going to need, let's see. I'm thinking about the background paper. My husband can handle my collage. So I've got these papers. Let's see. Well, I say papers. I have these magazines. The Remind. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, y'all. Let's find. I love that Jeannie's in this. I used to love I Dream of Jeannie. The Beatles are some great. This is a good one. Oh, he's pretty good. Thunderball. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I grew up on Outlaw Josie Wales, or this is a few dollars more, but an old Clint. All right. That wasn't Outlaw Josie, but you know. All right, let's see if we can find one for movies that I want to use. Back to the Future. Can't believe that was 40 years ago, y'all. Jaws was 50 years ago, by the way. We went to the movies last night. They have a thing out. I don't know, like a special popcorn thing or, some kind of merch. I can't believe Jaws was 50 years ago. Well, we're going to have to choose from what we've already looked at, I think. He is the greatest, my husband. All right, let's just see. Oh, Green Acres. I loved Green Acres. I loved her. Ooh. So last night we went and watched The Phoenician Scheme from Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson's our favorite. Our first date movie was a Wes Anderson movie, so we see all of his films, and we just love him. But let's look through here real quick. I think this one's just mainly music. I think this one's all about music, y'all, not necessarily the movies. Just want to see. I think it's going to have to be The Hills Are Alive. Julie Andrews. I was quizzing my kids on old movie stars the other day. They did pretty good. I think it's going to have to be this one. This one or this one? Let's see. Ooh, she kind of just fits perfect. And then this would go over her. So, I don't know till you try. Let's cut her out and see if that's kind of background I want or not. John. Oh, I love that you're such a character. You do you, John. 1965 movies. So my husband is very much into film. So the popcorn, let's see. Can we do it? Can we pull this off, y'all? Can we make it make sense, Kim? Can we make it make sense? Yeah, I think that's going to work. That, and then the popcorn. I think I'm going to go for it. Look, this is going to be an epic Father's Day card because there's 12 of them, but it doesn't mean they have to be the absolute best cards I've ever made in my life. You know what I mean? It's the sentimental value that makes it so epic. You can do it. We can do it. Jill. Jill, does he keep you on your toes? I bet he does. Like how I keep my husband on his toes. He said it never gets boring. I take that as a compliment. Who wants to be bored? Especially in marriage. Not me. He doesn't bore me. He just keeps me grounded. I desperately need that. All right. It's Julie Andrews. You have a leading role here in this card. Every time I think about The Sound of Music, this is going to crack y'all up. I think about Chevy Chase singing it in European Vacation. I don't actually think about the Julie Andrews version. I also, when I think of The Sound of Music, I think about 4th grade, and we had a sleepover at my friend's house, and she told us she liked to eat raw spaghetti noodles and proceeded to have us all eat raw spaghetti noodles and watch The Sound of Music. And that's the association that my brain has with that film. Raw spaghetti noodles and the European Vacation version of the song. It's corrupted, y'all. I have a very corrupted view of this film, I know. I can't get this washi tape back off. You'd think these daggers would be better, but they're not serving me very well right now. Tips, tricks, anybody got them? Yeah. Well, thank you for that specific scientific name for the roly-poly, the pill bug. Yeah. Obviously, we just have armadillos. Our house has armadillo energy because we have actual armadillos and roly-polies. That's what we call them. Also, Anne, it might be because I'm Texas. I don't know if everybody calls them roly-polies. Diane says marriage is finding that one person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. That's hilarious. Can I do it? Ooh, there we go. When all else fails, grab some foam tape. Got that on there nice and crooked. All right, and then I think we need this shorter piece. I had to abandon the whole card challenge part, but it did inspire this card. Okay. There you go, guys. Do you struggle to release these tapes like this that have the clear backing? Foam square. Foam square totally worked. And then let's stamp this out and see if it needs to go there. And I've got the word movies right here. We can take the 1965 off. And so I don't even have to stamp out movies. I find intentionally crooked is so much easier than straight. Yeah. That wasn't intentional, but we'll just pretend. Never hurts to pretend. All right. To open those pesky stickers, pick, turn, cuss, pick, turn, cuss, cuss, cuss. You didn't say cuss that many times, but yes. Well, I just figured something out then. The foam tape is strong enough to really grab onto it. Betty Penny, why don't you take that stamp off the block? This one, because I don't know where it goes. It goes on a Tim Holtz stamp somewhere in my collection, and I use it, so I've just been leaving it on there. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm in no rush currently. Okay, popcorn. My son was so disappointed last night. We did not bring enough popcorn home. We're almost a third of the way there, you guys, as far as the cards are concerned. A couple of them I might combine. I might not make 12 all 12. And then we're going to put movies somewhere. Pretty thin paper, so I'm just going to back it a little bit. There we go. I know, I'm kind of butchering the whole blueprint sketch part of this design, but it's okay. I want it to take up less. There we go. Okay, trash, trash, not trash. Let's put it right there. All right, let's do something about this. We've got yellow up here, so we could, and red and blue, so we could color this up. I don't want to think about it too much. Bye, Jill. Have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. I may regret this. It's okay. I can always restamp it if I want it black and white. You guys, we've always just bought, well, for the last few years, we've always just bought our concessions at the movie theater. I snuck in gummy worms last night because the last time we went, the concessions were like $55 for 4 people. So this time I said, okay, we could buy popcorn, we could buy drinks, but I'm bringing the candy. Rebel. All right, let's grab a red and yellow. I'm not going to worry about the fact that that says hot something, something. Pickles, I don't know, hot, doesn't say pickles. Something fresh and delicious. Ah. Yes, I need glasses. Okay, I think that works for me. And then we just need a little bit of yellow. My family likes really buttered popcorn. Oh my gosh. One time my husband put so much butter on the popcorn, you guys, that it was like seeping out and ended up getting on the floor and was slippery. It was hilarious. It's like a slip and slide in the theater of buttered popcorn. Okay. See, none of this has to be like amazing. It's the combination of everything that's going to make it awesome. Okay. My husband's going to know we really thought of him. And every day I appreciate him. Every single day. All right. Let's trim off these sides. All right. Thanks for the movies. Got it. All right. Number 3, done. Oh my goodness. Are y'all like, oh my gosh, we're going to be here all day yet? We got this. We got this. Some will go quicker than others. Hi, Paige. We're making an epic Father's Day project. It's going to have a bunch of cards. Okay. Next is music. My husband's a musician. And he definitely passes on his love for music to our children. All right. Music. There it is. And I have this fabulous mixtape. I love this set. You're my jam, you rock my world, we're a good mix. Party like it's 1989. And I even have the dies, but we're not going to go there. All right. This is an old Concord in 9th, y'all. This is, I bet this is 2016, 2017, something like that. All right, let's see if we can follow a sketch a little more this time. No guarantees, but let's see what we can do for the mixtape. I'm thinking this one. Let's do sketch 4. We're just loosely following these today. All right. Hi, Heidi. I was looking at your card today that you had sent me. I was looking at y'all's cards. I have y'all's cards in my craft room in different places. And I like to look at them. I want to put like a big piece of sheet metal on my wall where I can just magnetize it. You know, I think I could just use magnets and put y'all's cards up and change them out and stuff like that. And then I wouldn't have holes in the wall or anything. And I don't want to put holes in the card. Like, I don't want to use a cork board and have to put holes in the card. I want to be able to just use magnets. Sorry, I'm trying to put things up as I go. All right, that goes there. All right, mixtape. Here we go. Music. Now, we've got the Beatles. Remember that? Let me get that magazine back out. I don't know where to put the magazines. Oh, Diane, how do we lose things so easily? Found it. All right. There were a couple of really great Beatles. The Rat Pack. Let's see. Don't want them. Although Sammy Davis Jr. was pretty fabulous. Okay. The Beatles are in here somewhere. I like that one too. I like that picture of him. And what a bright smile. Okay. Nat King Cole. Oh. Okay. Dean Martin. I'm going quickly, you guys, because I know I need to. All right. I know the Beatles. Were they not in the... Oh, maybe they were in the 1965 one. Is this one just about the Rat Pack or what? Oh, it is. Okay, they're in the other one. Hold on. The Beatles must have been in this one, the 1965 one. Okay, I just know I saw him a couple of times. There's John. Wait. Not John. George. George Harrison. All right. Come on. Lionel Richie. Gosh, I thought they were back here. Guess not. Okay. Sorry, is this making y'all crazy? I just know there was a picture of the Beatles kind of going across this way. Bob Dylan. There they are. Ah, same page, the same spread as Sound of Music. All right. Knew I'd seen them. Seems like I just turned to... Nice. Doing a roulette card, Miss Cordelia. Hi, Zal. Aw. Bye, Clint. All right. My dad at one time looked a lot like Clint Eastwood when he had just at one... Oh, I thought they were going to fit. Gonna have to cut off John's face. Ringo. Ringo, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I think there was one more picture of the Beatles in there. But we're going to try to make this one work. And I realize a vinyl record would probably be more appropriate for a Beatles reference. But I had quickly grabbed the mixtape. Alrighty. Don't need to get all exact over there because that's going to get lobbed off. All right. We're going to make this work. Yes. We're going to make this work. All right. And then we can have these tapes behind them. What color should we do? How about blue? I also have this outlined tape. Things that make you go, All right. So we've got the Beatles. Got our background piece here. Let's just use this piece again. Or this other one that I had cut. I was listening to TV while I clean up and I lost my phone. Oh no. You're going to have somebody in the house call you. Beth. Sophie, call your mother. Oh, Bitty Penny, you have a die set with a record. Yeah, I do. That MFT one. You have such a good memory for that Bob Marley Craft Roulette card. I love that y'all know my stash as well as me. Yeah, I do have that one. I had to do the tape. Man, remember when you used to be able to make mixtapes for friends? My husband and I made each other. We didn't do tapes, we did CDs. But we both reminisce about mixtapes. And, you know, you would, on a Saturday, Casey Kasem would have all the top hits. You could sit there and record them onto a tape. Then you didn't have to wait for your music to play on the radio. Didn't have to wait for your song. Or you could record a mixtape for your friend. Cordelia. Mine's going to have to staple. Hi, Sandy. Silhouettes in the magazine. Yeah, there was, I think the Beatles were in a couple of places in there. I actually read that magazine, or some of the articles in it. The one that I just cut into. I actually did read it first. Not that we're worried about that kind of thing, but it had some, I like those magazines. It's just get a little bit of history, a little bit of pop culture history. And it was talking about the, you know, they had a good article about the Beatles in that one. So I think that's why they have them throughout it. How could you talk about 1965 and not talk about the Beatles? Okay. We've got pattern paper background here now. Oh, yeah. All right. This America's Top 40, that was it, Beth. Now my kids have Spotify subscriptions. $20 a month, so my kids can listen to the music they want to listen to. It's fine. I don't mind. Obviously, because I pay for it. But yeah, we used to just have the radio and tapes. And man, when you found the perfect mix that you were really feeling, you know, and you would like break the tabs so you couldn't record over it. But then there were always those tapes that you just record over and record over again and again. Really like this tool from Ranger. You can't see very well that it's from Ranger anymore because it's been well loved. But man, it gets things smooth. Gets all the wrinkles out. When I'm using thin paper, I really like to use a glue stick. And this tea-dyed paper is pretty thin. All right. And this is pretty thin paper as well. Don't worry, Ringo. I won't completely cut you off, buddy. I don't think Sharon's here, but I have these on my desk. Some things she sent me I want to use. It's inspiration this week. I have a whole jar of those scrapers. They are good. Yeah. Diane, they are good. I think it was $1 or 50 cents or something. And I just kind of added it on to my order for funsies when I was placing a Ranger order the last time. And I really like it. You can get them from other places. This one's real stiff. Like it's a very hard plastic. But you can get some that are more like squeegees that are softer. And it doesn't have to be a Ranger one. You can even use, you know, a gift card, whatever. You don't have to buy anything. But I do like having it. Alrighty. Ugh. I think my husband's gonna like this. When it's all said and done. I just want him to feel the love and appreciation that we have for all the things he does for us. Ringo's hat got folded over. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't looking quite right. Fixed it. This house, we're the Fab Four, but there's the Fab Four. Love it. All right. Another one down, you guys. Let's check them off the list. It just feels good to check things off. You should have cut it and squished it together. Yeah. Well, it's fine. Music. Putting Up with Mom. That's number 5. Oh, brother. What are we going to do for Putting Up with Mom? Well, I have some retro chicks. Where are they? Oh, found more of those magazines. See, I have a whole collection. Okay. Alrighty then. Where are those girls? What have I done with them? I think they're over here. Hold on. Let's use those one of those laughing ladies. I don't know. I might use her or one of these for the Putting Up with Mom bit. Got some pretty flowers. Or do I need a punk? Hold on. Let's get the Mad Minis out because I might need one of them. Whew, thought that was a bug, but it was just a piece of paper. Caught air. Came up towards my face. All right. Hold on. I know I've got more. He likes blue flowers, so I'll make sure to get plenty of blue flowers out. I might use some of this grunge paper. This is all Sweet Pea Curiosities for the most part. I think actually everything I've pulled out so far, except for the Laughing Ladies, is Sweet Pea Curiosities. Ah, there they are. Sorry. Took me a minute. Okay. Let's see. Putting up with Mom. Well, I'm not a mad Minnie. Sometimes I am an irritated darling, and I do get mad, but that's not my energy. That's not my vibe. I am trouble. That I can't deny. But I think this punk is more the appropriate vibe. Punk and the Laughing Lady. Where'd the Laughing Lady go, y'all? There she is. And I like the lady with the dog. I forced that poor man who's allergic to dogs to have a dog. But he loves his dog. Trouble waiting to happen. 100%. Oh, you're making ATCs? Oh, nice, ladies. Funny, I'm making the KCC an ATC size. Oh, I love it when you do that, Dawn. Okay. We're going to grab this punk real quick. Punky Brewster. Funky Brewster. All right. And then I think we'll pick her. The Laughing Punk. All right. We'll see if we can make this work. At least we've got options. We always need options. I like her too. Okay. All right, let's trim this down. Got lots of flowers. Let's trim this down to 4 by 6. How you doing, Bethany? Crafty queen. Psh. Crafty menace is more like it in this household. I've got craft piles everywhere. I'm more like a menace to those who have to live with me. Bless their hearts. All right. I want a little bit of grunge. It tracks. It's appropriate. All right. So 4 by 6. All right. Now, oh yeah, she's got to go on there. Me and all my friends. We're all a mess. He has to put up with all of us. One of my best friends of all time who came in town on Memorial Day, he's been putting up with us. He introduced us. I'm like, sorry, you're the one that introduced us. And she was one of those friends that it wasn't love at first sight, okay? We were joking because I was telling her, oh yeah, I'll never forget the first time I actually met you. your reputation definitely uh, was, it preceded her, okay? Her reputation preceded her. So I had heard a lot of stories. And then I was coming over to meet my husband. We were just started dating. Coming over to his place to meet him so we could go on a date. And she's coming out of his place and she goes, "Oh, look at you. You got girls coming and going." And now they were just friends. They'd always been just friends or whatever. But I was like, "Excuse me." And that was the first time we met in person. And that was it. That I didn't really want to meet her at that point. Like I wasn't like, "Oh, hi, my name's Toby. What's your name?" But to this day, she's one of my closest friends. And she was just joking. You can't have a thin skin. My husband was one of the most popular guys in town. Everybody was always hugging him. All the girls always coming up hugging my boyfriend, but that was okay because it just came with the territory. It's just what it was. I didn't care. It's like, sure, I understand. Even my friend where he went yesterday and dropped our son off, she's like, "Oh man, I thought you were gonna bring him." And I was like, "No, I was sleeping." And she's like, "Well, I ended up getting my hug, so that's okay." He's just very huggable guy. Can't get mad at somebody about that. Everybody needs a hug every once in a while. Bethany, I bet you got your hands full for summer, keeping the kiddos busy. Let's see, when my kids were your age, it was kiddie pools, bubbles. We have had a functioning, working bubble machine here in our house since my daughter was probably 2 years old. We actually have two, and our dog loves bubbles. And that is still to this day how Sparkle Heart plays with our dog, is blowing bubbles, and the dog chases them. Bubbles, kiddie pools, libraries, because libraries always have the fun activities for little ones going on, especially in the summer. So a lot of library time, reading books, checking books out at the library. Okay, I think this is the way we're gonna go with this. This is the thanks for putting up with mom card. Oh, thank goodness he puts up with me all. They've already hit up the bubbles several times. Oh, chalk. Always had lots of chalk. Oh, and then I had a summer activities like binder of ideas. Oh, you know what I did, Bethany? My son loved puzzles and like mazes and stuff. And so I went on Pinterest and I downloaded all these free like mazes and puzzles, and I printed them and put them in a binder. That was another thing. So we had like a summer binder of like an activity book. But it was activities I knew my kids liked. Yeah. My daughter actually asked me this year for a slip and slide. She's like, "Can I have a slip and slide again?" Sure. if you really want to throw yourself down and slide across the yard, I guess you can. Can you imagine an old lady on a slip and slide? Ouch. I wouldn't dare throw myself on the ground like that anymore. I might not get up. I might not get up. My neighbor next door has a bigger yard than we do, and he has like a 50-foot slip and slide. Industrial strength. He has a big family. Lots of grandkids. Yep, our summer reading program has started. Lots of performers, magic shows, jugglers, clowns. Yeah. And then there's like in the places where I live. I mean, I live in one place, but all the places around me, you know what I mean? They have like movies in the park, concerts in the park that are free that you can go to. There's a lot of summer shenanigans. I mean, my daughter played in the sprinkler the other day with her younger cousins. She was like, it was a fun. We still go splash in water puddles when it rains. Okay. The thanks for putting up with mom card is done. I'm not making my binder for these yet because I don't know how many I'm going to make. So that's one reason I've chosen to do that last. I want to put something, across here. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I kind of like that red. Let's do that. Look into things like that in my area. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Sala. Let's see. You can do scavenger hunts. We like scavenger hunts still. My daughter wanted to do a scavenger hunt for Easter this year. But sometimes your city, you can get ideas. You can do like Austin scavenger hunt for kids, you know, and see what pops up. Somebody's probably already thought about it and put one together, and you don't even have to do anything but Google it. I'm just saying. You don't have to reinvent the wheel these days. You just need to Google it. And chances are somebody else has already done the work for you. That might be a good AI thing. If you use ChatGPT and you say, please create a scavenger hunt for 5-year-olds in my city, and see what ChatGPT can do for you. All right. There's the thanks for putting up with mom card. See, and on the back, we're going to be able to put our gratitude on the back of each one of these things. All right, let's check that one off the list. Water balloon fights. That's such a good one. And you know, now they have those cheater balloons. You know what I'm talking about? You buy this cluster of balloons. They're attached to these like spigots that go on your water hose, and you can fill up 100 balloons in 30 seconds. And you don't even have to tie them off, so your fingers don't have to fall off. It's fabulous. Okay, putting up with mom is done. Believing in me, never giving up. I don't know what I'm going to do for those, so I'm going to skip those for now. For all your love, oh, let's do Daddy Claus. Okay. Because some of these I might like put into one thing. Like 6, 7, 8, and 9 might be one card. All right, but let's do Daddy Claus. So in our family, children, if you're listening, this just pertains to our family. We have Daddy Claus in our family. And he's even better than Santa Claus. So, I I grabbed this stamp set for Daddy Claus. So let's do this. Let's grab a sketch. I've been in and out of using these sketches. I know. That last one I wasn't paying it. I really haven't used them that well. That's okay. We'll try again. How about we try for 14 with Daddy Claus? All right. A jolly good and cut off Christmas, a jolly good Daddy Claus. Something like that. All right. Need an oval. Happen to have this one from that we used last week. Hey, Wazzy. That one's too small. And this one might be too big for a 4x6. Let's measure it. Bye, Cordelia. Have an awesome day. Yep, that's too big. All right. Well, shucks and stuff. Let's not use that. I'm sticking to 4x6. Are you going to put his picture on Santa's body? No. Not today. I don't have any pictures printed. I was thinking about printing pictures for today's projects. Let me go get, I'll be right back. I'll show you one of his, he has it up in our room. So let me go get one of his Father's Day pictures where I did put, or cards where I did put their picture on it. Okay, I had to let the dog out too. So this one's from a couple of years ago. But yeah, I've definitely put their pictures on a Father's Day card before. It's always a good idea. All right. I can't dig through my stuff for ovals right now. So we're going to have to flip the script. We're going to do 11. This one's challenging. Let's do this one. All right. Are y'all hanging in there? How are y'all doing? I got to make it to the post office. So I can't be on too much longer. I might not be able to do all 12 with y'all. It was a lofty goal. All right. color should I do? Is black right? I think I should do a different color. I think I need to do red. Let's use fired brick. Oh, then his boots are going to be red. Huh. Let's play with this for a minute. Figure out what color we actually want Santa to be in. Oh, yeah, I love coupon books, Dawn. Ooh, like that. Perfect. No coloring required. Thank you, Mr. Holtz. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking you could use this stamp to stamp out some strips. But then I put him in red. Huh. This one is about the right width. There's green. Yeah, Angie, I was just thinking the same thing. Could use green. He's not a green candy cane kind of guy, but you know, it's okay. It's just a card. We have to make it work. It's a make it work moment. Maybe I will just do actually the same colored red, and then I'll do the 4 for $25 in green. Looking good. Thanks, Melanie. Welcome. I know you've probably been here a while, but I just seeing you. Thanks, Linda. Hi. Yep, Route 66 is the main drag through town. Vicki, I was looking up Elk City. I was looking at your Route 66 museum. Did I tell you the plan? Oh, Vicki, I don't think I told you the plan. Here's the plan. We're not going to make it over there on this trip to Kansas City. But my mom and my dad have always been Route 66 fans because my mom grew up in Oklahoma. I think that's why. And my dad just loved to drive. Anyways, we told my mom we would take her on a road trip on Route 66 because it's about to come up on a 100-year anniversary. And so I hope to see you. And we're going to try, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this summer or not. We might do it in the fall, but we're going to make a special Route 66 road trip. And we're going to take my mom with us. And I'm going to meet up with you and see you in Elk City. That's the plan I'm cooking up. I'm always cooking up something. Hey, Pam. Where was I? And they were talking about 2 Pams. I think it was over with Beth the other day. I'm calling you Ginger. I'll call you Pam. I got Lindas and Pams. Let's do crushed olive. I think these colors will look nice together. Fired brick and crushed olive. Ugh. Solid stamps are always a little hard to get. A good impression. I need to take my time. There, it's getting better. Alrighty, that should do it, I think. Oh, we probably need, let's do one more strip of these. Or a couple more. I'd rather have more than I need than not enough. Okay. What time is it? 10:05. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make one more card after this, and then we're going to make the holder real quick. The pocket holder contraption for all of these. I have some ideas. I think I'm going to make it an accordion style, but we'll see. How's that sound? No, wait, it was your surprise live, Bitty Penny. Oh, it was? Where I had the multiple Pams and... Oh, really? I thought it was Beth's. All right, let's see. A jolly good Daddy Claus. Alrighty. I think that's all the stamping we need. All right. Gotta put this back on there. I will find the stamp set that goes to eventually. All right. Now, I've only made this card once before. It's crooked, but it'll be fine. I really like it. I've always thought it was a really effective design. Here's what I'm talking about as I sit here and cut. Sketch number 11. I always thought that was a really striking design. The zigzag part, I've only made it one time, so it'll be good to make it again. These are not straight. You guys, I'm gonna have to call for Sparkle Heart to let the dog in. She's too fluffy to be out in the heat. I told her to keep an ear out, but you know, kids, it's okay. I get distracted. But if I can hear her, can't she hear her too? Maybe not. Ah, there we go. More than enough. More than enough strips. Carms. Let's see if that'll do it. Sorry, I don't want to yell in y'all's ear. I also don't want my dog stuck outside in the heat. She heard me. Dog's in. Crisis averted. Thank you. Here she comes. Y'all can hear her. Is it hot out there, Faz? All right. So my husband goes overboard for Christmas every year, y'all. He just can't help himself. We set a budget, we blow a budget, and he just can't help himself. He loves blessing the kids and everybody. I mean, it's not just our kids. He's the ultimate daddy claus. So that's why we're making this card on for Father's Day. Because he is the ultimate daddy claus. I'm rough cutting all this and it'll be fine. I can't remember. Yes, yeah, it was at Beth's. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't there, Norma. I was on the replay crew and it was the middle of the night. But I was thinking it was Beth's. All right. Let's get this show on the road. We've got strips of paper and Santa Claus, and we need it all too much red? Maybe too much red. How about we grab black? Let's try black. So we go through my scraps. Dun, da, da, dun. That was easy. All right. I'm just going to kind of make these measurements up. That's my goal today. The yard dog said my numb face and swollen legs are dehydration. Oh, gosh. Pam, take care of yourself. Let's do 2.5. Okay. So, do that. I don't know if I have any Christmas paper, y'all. Like, I have my own Christmas paper pads, but I don't buy a lot of Christmas paper typically. Let's see. Oh, I do have this one that's real funky and weird, to be honest. It's just a little weird, but let's use this one. The gray. Gray in the background. Yeah, I have coffee and Bailey's taste better though. Can you put, I've never had them, but there's like that emergency IV. No, what's it called? Somebody else knows what it's actually called around here better than me. But it's like an emergency hydrator. It's expensive. It's costly. It's not cheap, but Make sure to stay on that hydration. It's hard in the summer. I don't know where you live, Pam. I don't know how hot it is there, but it's no joke here in Texas. And when I travel, I never drink enough water because I can't handle most city water. Like I can't, when I go to a restaurant, I have to order bottled water. So I usually try to make it fun and get sparkling water or something, but like my system is too sensitive. I get very sick from city water. I know it sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I wish I could drink water from anywhere and not be bothered. But my body says no. So I tend to get a little dehydrated myself when I travel. Oh, I shouldn't have glued that down, right? Oh, well. Oh, well. I don't feel like I should have glued that down because now I have to do these strips. It would have been better. Let's put them on white. We're going to have to pivot a little bit. It's okay. We're used to that around here. I have this scrap. I'll use this. Okay, so that was 2.5. We'll cut this down to 2.25. 6. Shucks, I was really liking the black. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I could get another piece of black cardstock out, but let's do this and see if we like it. Might be okay. Ugh, I definitely like it on black better. All right, let me cut another strip of black. Somebody's calling me. It's the love of my life. Oh, really, Jamie? Must be why I can drink Starbucks. I thought it was just mind over matter, but I didn't realize that. Oh, thank you. I was definitely at least 2 or 3 Starbucks while I was traveling. Getting my matcha lattes. All right, here we go. Bless his heart. His phone calls never get answered on a Saturday. Sorry, hon. I was busy hanging out with my friends and making you 12 cards. All of my crazy friends. Boy, I have attracted some real crazies, though, over the years. He's fair to say that. All right. Now, as far as spacing, I don't know how to properly space this or tell you how to make this card. I just kind of make it up. But someone on the Kinder's Card Challenge team has probably, like, in a very organized fashion, figured out how to really make this card. or Kendra herself. But I just kind of eyeball it. And I'm trying to roughly get it at the same distance and angle each time. This is why I didn't want it glued down, is because I just want to be able to lay it across there and cut it off. So that's why me gluing that first strip down was a boo-boo. Let's see. Liquid IV. I think that's what it's called, Pam. It's a probably I don't know if it's any better. I have done zero research on the matter. I don't know that it's any better than Gatorade, which doesn't cost as much. And of course, water. But when you're really dehydrated, water alone is not enough. I know that much. You got to replenish those electrolytes. You can get electrolytes from lemon, though. You can get electrolytes from lemon, all your citrus. Kind of snipped my card in a funky way, y'all. It's all right. We can fix it. Hey, Brighton. Hi. You know how cool your grandma is? She's so cool. We love her. Hope you guys are having a good summer. I know y'all are doing fun things, going places and doing fun things. Does Brighton believe in Santa Claus? I'm making a Santa Claus card. Isotonic drink is the best when you're dehydrated. At least that's what I think it's called. Oh, yeah. We have friends here from Australia and Finland and Elk City, Oklahoma. All right. Now, how does this go? Let's look at the card thing again. So that, all right. The card thing, the sketch. Get it right, Bitty Penny. Okay. Just gonna have to kind of make this up, you guys. Just gonna have to make it up. I don't actually know the proper way. Lots of water, crystal light. Everyone's saying hi to Brighton. Let's see. Does this? I think I cut that wrong. It wouldn't surprise me. This'll work, you guys. It may not be perfect, but it's gonna work out just fine. I just think they're so cool. I probably should have done the red first and then the green, since our Santa's the same color, but it's all right. Let's see. Persnickety, huh? Persnickety little design. Perfect is unattainable and overrated. 100%. It's just paper. It is just a card. I have no problem telling myself that. As I deliberate about where to put this piece of paper down. But really, yeah, I think I got off course somewhere. It's going to be fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Wow, John, do you have like one of those bottles that I know they make the water bottles? My crazy friend, as my husband refers to most of my friends, gets all of her water from diet soda. She's like, that is my water source. But when she'll drink water for me though, just to make me feel better. And I'll lock my car doors to make her feel better. Okay. Look at us making cards and stuff. We did it, you guys. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, right? Just keep going. It's not perfect, but it's the general idea. All right. I kind of want to put one more strip over here. I can't help myself because I want the pattern to be more complete. All right, y'all, I really have to make it to the post office. I have orders to send off, and I want them to be in today's mail. So this will be our last card, actually. I thought I was going to get one more in here, but I won't. But we are going to make a accordion folder to put them all in. Okay. So back to this. I needed all those strips. All right. We're going to put this on this. I did cut it a little bit smaller. So there's going to be like a slight border, which is kind of nice. So that's going to go on there. Like so. All right. And then good old Jolly Saint Nick. Gonna have to fussy cut that dude. Or in our house, Daddy Claus. My mom even crocheted my husband a Santa hat that is so sweet that we put under the Christmas tree every year. And he wears it on Christmas morning when he hands out the gifts. And he has a helper or two. And I found him a t-shirt one year because my husband loves just, t-shirts. And I found him one year that looks like a Santa shirt. He usually wears that with his Santa hat on on Christmas morning. My husband does not dress up like Santa Claus every week. Don't no, that's not happening. I mean, hey, but you do you. It's okay. Just makes me giggle thinking that. All right. Out of my way. Now, that's not it. It's over here somewhere. No. I might have thrown it away. No, there it is. This. A Jolly Good Daddy Claus. Y'all did not know this is what you were in for today, did you? You never know over here hanging out with me. All right. Then I'm going to take a strip of paper and write Daddy Claus on it. It's going to be just fine. Oh, that's cool, Zal. I have a stamp set arriving today from Mr. Holtz that has a cruise ship on it. It has like Bon Voyage and a cruise ship, and it has trains and a Route 66 sign, and then it has cars for a road trip. It's a travel stamp set. Sorry, I have to focus to write legibly. Otherwise, it's a mess. A Jolly Good Daddy Claus. Yes, that's right. Okay. All right, so you guys, let me glue all this down. Actually, I'm just going to pop all this up, the rest of it. And then, oh, thanks. I think Desiree's handwriting is gorgeous, and she doesn't like it. And I think my handwriting's a mess. I guess it's just the way it is. Don't usually like our voice or our handwriting. For he's a jolly good fellow. And I know he's not keeping a naughty list because I would have to be on it every year. Lucky me. I think you have to perform like 3 miracles to be a saint. Is that right? Well, my husband does all 3 just putting up with me. That's 3 miracles worth. Yeah, I think most people probably do. Although I do like that it's, you know, like my mom's. That's what I like about it. Is that somehow I write like my mom. Speaking of thumbs up. Oh, well, thanks, Sala. Oh, Brighton gives a thumb up on a Santa card. Awesome. 6 more months, Brighton. And Santa will be coming to town. You got 6 months to turn it around. No, I'm just teasing. I'm sure you're sweet as can be. Well, hello, Miss Mary. I was on a date last night with my hubby. So I missed craft roulette. So Miss Paula had to fill us in on the parameters and such. I will be catching the replay. I usually try to catch it before Saturday morning. We made craft roulette cards here last week and explored the arches parameter. And it was a whole lot of fun. I managed to get my card in even though I was traveling all week. Pretty proud of that. Sometimes I don't manage to get my card in and I haven't even gone anywhere. Let's see. I'm making Dr. Shrub. I'm finishing the last one now for now. Father's Day cards. Tearing up some foam tape. Anyways, I heard craft roulette was so much fun. It always is. I've never tuned in and not had a good, really good time. We're planning our trip. We're so excited to come see you, Mary. The whole family. I'm bringing my whole bunch with me. We're all going. It's been so much fun planning it. We're going to go to the 1984 arcade. I think that's what it is. We're going to go to the Six Flags Water Park in Oklahoma City. We're just going to have all kinds of fun along the way as we work our way towards you. I am having the worst time putting foam tape on. Like the most simple task. Just need to get it together. A jolly good Daddy Claus. Okay, so let's look at them, y'all. And I get to check that one off my list. I'm going to have to finish the other ones on my own time, all by my lonesome. Where'd my list go? There it is. Found it. Okay, number 10 was Daddy Claus card. All right, I think we got half of them done. Well, I don't think I'm going to make 12, but anyways. Yes, we got half of them done. All right. So we've got, we're thankful for Dad because he makes late night bowls of fruit every night. He's the world's greatest bug slayer. He always shows us all the great movies. He puts up with Mom, me. Thanks for putting up with Mom. Music. And he's a really awesome Daddy Claus. So, and we're going to write, you know, these are like postcard kind of cards, and we'll be able to write on the back of them. So let's make the accordion pocket holder for all of his cards. I think I want to do accordion so that it can stand up, you know, like a greeting card, and hold all of these. Okay. 12 by 12 paper. Oh, thanks. It's been fun. Sat down and made a list of all the awesome things. Yes, Angie, we're going to the one in Springfield, Missouri on our way. It was fun to sit down and think about, like, every day, the difference that he makes in our lives and all the ways he rocks. Okay. I have to find 12 by 12 paper. That I want to use for this card. I think we're going to use this industrial paper. Industrial Edge from Uniquely Creative. I love their papers. It's an Australian company, but they sell here in the United States as well. And people carry them here. I even thought about carrying them in my shop, but I ended up not doing that. But this is Industrial Edge, so it kind of matches the paper that I used on one of the cards. And my husband likes this look. And the back, look at the back. Those are cool. I like the backs of all of them too. All right, so our cards are 4 by 6. So let me think about this. I'm gonna grab kind of like a sheet of each, I think. Let's start with 3. All right. Start with 3. And let's do 5 inches wide. Let's do 5 by 7, right? Yeah, let's just make a 5 by 7 accordion. Pocket holding kind of card. Yeah, these are cool. They're a nice weight too. I think they'll be able to hold up to all of it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to 7. Okay. And then I'm going to leave this uncut. So it's 12 by 7. And then this is the scrap, which should be what, 4 inches? No, it's 5, right? Because 7 plus 5 is 12. Basic math. All right, we're going to cut this to 2.5. And then we're going to cut it to just under 5. Just a smidge. These are going to be our pockets. Oh, John's a sweetheart, y'all. He's just a rascally sweetheart. He supports Jill's card making so much that he's become a card maker. I mean, if that's not love and support, I don't know what it is. My husband did it for one night on Craft Roulette. Jana, hi, how are you? How you doing? I was watching your channel. You were live with Lynn, and I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody else. But I caught it on your channel. And y'all, the live ended literally like 3 minutes before I tuned in. But it was fun. Y'all were playing with scraps, if I remember correctly. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. I'm probably going to make 2, 3 more of the cards that go in these pockets. So let's make one more sheet. So 7. Bye, Sala. Thanks for hanging out with me. Scraps are always fun. Can't go wrong with scraps. And scraps and friends, even better. Okay, 10:47. All right, I got to keep my eye on that clock, you guys. But there's that. Okay, now we are going to score at, let's do, I'll do, I need to think about this a little bit. 5. Okay. And then my brain's thinking. Hold on. Okay. Gonna cut this at 5.5. Score at that 1/2 inch. This is gonna be the seam that binds our accordion together. Okay. So this is going to be a 5x7 accordion card with pockets to hold all of our individual cards. I'm making this up on the fly, so we'll see how it goes. 5. Okay. Then 5.5. Then score. I don't enable my wife. I empower her. I love that, John. I absolutely love that. Okay. I think this is going to work out, y'all. I think it's going to work. Okay, 5. And then I'm folding it. Okay, and then I'm doing 5.5. Okay, and then scoring that 1/2 inch each time. Alrighty. Houston, we do not have a problem. We've got this under control. All right, so we've got all of our little strips. These are going to be our pockets. And now we have our accordion 5x7 situation. Although, I put a flap on here that I might not need. That's okay. So let's put it all together. Yeah, I know. Isn't that awesome? If that's the last piece, what's the 1/2 inch for? Well, Angela, your brain's one step ahead of mine. But we could always add another card front on the front of there if we need to. I don't want to cut it off yet because I got to make sure I'm going to have enough pockets. I haven't done all the advanced mathematics here. All right. There we go. See, my friends? Yay! All right. I think this is going to make 12 pockets. But again, I haven't done the math. Yeah, because the 3P, right. Especially when it comes to like all the fronts and backs and stuff like that. Should be good. All right. Fold that down. This is a first for me. I haven't made a card like this before, you guys. I haven't made a accordion 5x7 ever. Especially one with pockets. Okay, now let's see. Oh yeah. So we're too short. I won't make 12. I've only got 6 made anyways right now. So we'll cut this off. If you wanted 12 pockets, you would have to add on another piece. But we don't need that. So we'll take that off. All right, let's put on our pockets, and then I gotta head off to the post office. Okay, the front, I'll probably decorate in some sort of way, and then the inside is gonna house the pockets with the cards tucked inside. Like so. Alrighty, let's do this. Super long live. We've all come to expect this on a Saturday, right? It's my day to play. Only I'll actually be working the rest of the day when I get back from the post office. I love that card, the Strawberry Moon. So if you didn't know it, on June 11th was a full moon. and it was the strawberry moon. Okay. And I made it for my husband because he makes bowls of fruit for our family every night. And he makes everybody puts all their favorite fruits in it. And he's been doing that since I was pregnant with our first child. We're so spoiled by his love and affection. Okay. He's also the world's greatest bug slayer. He kills all the bugs and the nasties that we don't want to deal with. So we're grateful for that. We're putting that one in there. He puts up with me. Can you, what? I know. He puts up with me. Like, telling you, it's basically a saint in my books. In my phone, he's the love of my life. And it's hilarious because when we're in the car and I tell it to call him, the computer says, calling Omari, the love of my life. And I love it. All right. So that's putting up with me card. We're real grateful he does that. Then we've got movies and music. We'll put another lady over here. And then on the front, I think I'll put like the trophy, the Tim Holtz trophy, World's Greatest Dad or something on there. If you're wondering, I'm making my pockets with my card on the page already because when you glue your pockets down like this in journals or cards or whatever, if you put whatever you want to put inside of your pocket down before you glue it down, it gives it exactly the amount of give that you want to get things in and out of your pockets easily. If you just glue your pocket down with nothing inside of it, it's troublesome. It'll give you fits sometimes. So it's best to take your item, music, and glue your pocket down. Now you want to make sure there's no chance of glue getting on the item you're putting in your pocket. So you can see when I position it, I'm going to make sure it's well far away from the three sides that I'm gluing. But that really is a great tip for when you're putting pockets on things. I will have to finish this later. It looks like I didn't line this up real well right here, and I can't change it. So we're gonna have to accept that imperfection and move on. And then he spoils us at Christmas. He is the best Daddy Claus. He spoils us with his love all year. And he spoils us with gifts at Christmas. Okay. So this will be the Father's Day card. John Pounds, I saw your cool Johnny picture, your profile picture. It's awesome. Cool Johnny and cool Mary are in the house. Okay, see, and then now I've got room for 4 more pockets over here. And I've got to decorate the front. What a fun card, though. I wanted it, see, it's a 5x7. I can actually put it in an envelope. And I wanted it to be something that, you know, you can still stand up easily. And so he can stand it up. He keeps all of my cards. Like the way I could go and get this one is because he keeps them all on his dresser for the most part. But for our anniversary this year, I did buy him a really cool trunk to keep our cards in, because we've been keeping each other's anniversary and birthday cards since we were married over 18 years ago. So we've got quite the collection going on. Anyways, we did it. That's how much we've done anyways. I've got to take some orders to the post office, but that was a whole lot of fun making all those cards with you guys. And see, on the back, we still have to come in and write whatever. I want the kids to write on it and stuff. But what a fun Father's Day card. Who knew? Pockets. I know. And these are 4x6, by the way. The Dollar Tree index cards I use as my base. You don't have to. Like, don't go to the Dollar Tree and buy them if you have a hoard of paper. It's unnecessary. But for me, I do like to use them as like my foundation and then build my card on top of that. It's just good for postcards. You can mail 4x6 as a postcard. Anyways, I just like to have like a bit of a foundation on them. Okay, I'll probably go ahead and glue on my pockets on the back, and then I'll finish this later on my own time. But it's been hours. We've been here hours so far. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's so good to see you all here. Love you guys so much. I hope y'all have a super fun weekend celebrating dads and fathers and all the things. And if you're not, I hope you have a super fun weekend anyways. And I will see you guys here again, probably on Monday. Monday, somewhere in the 5:30 a.m. Live at 5 with Biddy Penny. What will we be making? I don't know. Something with paper. All right. Love you guys so much. Have a fun weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.